Yeah, no, it's a Spice top. And I think that it'll be here on Friday. It's a reputable company. I waited for them to go on sale, so I'm pretty excited. But I waited too long. It's cold, and I drove it tonight, and I brought a whole winter coat and gloves.
Is it cold?
Yeah, it was like a high of 50 today, but it's getting down into the 20s at night. So as soon as the sun goes down, it is cold. It was supposed to snow last night, but it didn't. All the stuff stayed in the mountains, and but if everything goes well, we're not far off a snow wheeling season.
Yeah.
Luke's favorite time of year.
Luke will come out.
Luke will come by. Yeah, that'd be great.
For sure.
It'll probably just be me, Colin, and Tyson at this point. Because who else can we convince? Maybe we can get Ethan to go out sometimes.
Yeah, you get him. You get Oliver to go. Oliver loves
I think Oliver's more likely than Ethan.
Right.
I don't think Ethan's a snow wheeler.
Oh, really?
Well, he was talking about, when we were out on Edison and stuff, he was talking a little bit about it, how he wanted to see with the bigger tires how it does. But,
yeah.
Make it better.
Well, here's a hint, Ethan. Better.
Yeah. The answer is, I almost
tiny hint, just a tiny hint.
I was so close, and I didn't pull the trigger. But there's a guy with $100 Iron Man something 37s that are like 20% tread or less, but 4 of them for $100. They're 37, 12, 5, 17s. And I was like, man, if I got those, they're the ones that have like the weird, like circular chunks just in different places.
Oh, they're not because the Iron Man MTs are like a direct KM2 ripoff. So
yeah, not that.
These are not.
These are older ones where they were just literally just a bunch of circles placed around a tire. But I was like, you could probably hot knife those. They're 37s on the TJ. That'd probably be great. And then I went,
TJ. No, when'd you get a TJ?
YJ.
Oh,
I'm tired.
Okay. Just want to make sure we clear that up before we get too far down the road here.
It's a YJ. Yeah. And, but I was like, I would need to stretch it so that they would fit. I have probably enough lift, but I'd need the front to stretch and the rear to stretch just a little bit to keep it out of the tub. And then I was like, I got 307 gears, and it would never go.
307?
There's 307 gears.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm like, that
Fuel
would be
economy.
so bad. That Jeep would be so bad.
Have we talked about your new old Jeep?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
we did.
I think I brought it up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, because we went through all the transmission issues.
Yeah. Well, it's better now. So I don't know that we've talked about it since it's been not broken.
Yeah, the rug in the studio is forever stained.
Forever unclean.
Talking about his transmission issues.
Yeah. That's on me. I didn't know that it was dripping. I held it in my hands. I didn't have any oil in my hands. But I did on the rug. Yeah, so third gear got replaced. Everything works in that thing. And then I promptly went out and tried to wheel it, and it sucked. It was awful. I couldn't do anything anywhere. Come to find out, I couldn't actuate. It's got the Dana 30 with the smog regulation actuator, so you can make the passenger side axle either connected or disconnected. It had a vacuum
smog thing.
Yeah, they were trying to get more mile per gallon out of it, so they would completely disconnect the center of the axle shaft, so that you'd have a completely freewheeling hub, and it wouldn't turn any of the drivetrain.
Instead of just putting locking hubs on it.
Right. Which would have done better.
It's only technology that had been around for fucking years before.
And would have been so nice to have.
They came up with that idea.
Would have been so nice to have, but no.
So you had you had 3-wheel drive, or you had
I had
1-wheel drive?
2-wheel. Yeah. 2-wheel probably. So what happened was it would never actuate, and I couldn't get it to actuate to save my life. And so the passenger side wheel never had power, which is worse than having a open diff where you sometimes have power. Instead, I never had power on that wheel, period. So no matter what would happen, it wouldn't get it. But there would always be power on the driver's side because it has a lunchbox locker in the front.
Oh.
So it was just 100% always trying to yard one direction, and it would never do what I was trying to do. And it was just terrible. Old dry tires, and they wouldn't grip anything. And the rear end, I swear it has I got to pull the cover back off because I'm probably wrong. I thought it had a limited slip, but man, it's unlimited slip at this point.
All
so
the
we just
slip.
I couldn't go anywhere. And I
A
looked,
slip
slip
differential.
I just looked so dumb out there in my YJ going, wee! I pulled up thinking I was going to do just fine. Lightweight, decent little mud terrains, and everything was bad. So I have permanently fixed that front axle.
Actuator.
Well, I got rid of the actuator completely. I built myself a block-off plate for it. And then I slid there's like a metal collar that connects the two axles. I slid the metal collar over, and then I welded onto the outer axle shaft so that the collar cannot slide back.
Okay.
I did not weld to the collar because then you could never get the other axle shaft out if you broke one. And I never, because I didn't want it to weld into anything because that has to come out through the cover I made. So I can still pull both shafts out. Once I break one, I can put a regular stock Dana 30 axle shaft in there. But for now, it is fine enough. And it works, and it's got four-wheel drive again, which is great. And then I put some 17s on it, and I had to do wheel spacers, and I have some okay tires. So we're better. And then I ordered a soft top because driving around in the cold with only the top and half doors is cold.
Does your soft top come with doors?
I have uppers already. Yeah,
you do have. Okay, got it.
Yep.
Cheap stuff. I don't know.
It's it's fun when it's fun, and I'm having fun with it. But I keep going back and forth on what do I really want to do, and I don't know yet. Yeah.
Well, that's good. At least
that's how it goes sometimes.
I know. There's a big part of me that thinks that a V8, an automatic transmission, and tons on leaf springs would be a ton of fun. And then there's another big part of me that's like, and Colin has said this as well, if I keep it a 4-liter and a 5-speed, I'll never break tons. Like, there just won't be enough power to do anything with it.
It's going to be tough.
Yep.
Especially with a light.
Yeah. It's just a
Jeep.
Doesn't weigh anything, and it's, so we'll see. You can get a set of 60s for under $1,000 around here if you just wait for a while, or a 60 and a 10 and a quarter. But then I'd have to do gears. And after I did gears, then I'd have to do, more and more and
It's
more.
the rest of the stuff that comes with doing
but
that.
It's like, oh, it's so easy. So. It's already on leaf springs. And you just got to put them right under it. And you're like, well, yeah. Except then I need lockers front and rear.
If you want to put a locker in it.
Do I do an air locker?
If you're going to put lockers in it, you might as well put gears in it.
So I have to, because I won't be able to turn the tires that I need.
Or if you're going to put gears in it, then you might as well put a locker in it.
Yeah.
So it's like either direction you are.
I know.
Well, this is what we're doing.
And the hard part is, like, with the 60 front and a 10.5, or a 10.5 Sterling in the rear, like, if I don't go 37s, then it'll just hang up on everything. It'll be worse than it is right now.
Yeah,
that's big.
That is something that I have come to realize with tons, is it's like you almost are obligated then to run 40s, because if you are running anything smaller than 40s, the axle is so big that the ground clearance you have lost it's like it's
like, I spent
worse
so much
than
money
having 37s on a small axle.
Yep.
So
so it's one of those things where I'm like, what do I want to do? Because I also already have a Dana 44 in the rear, which came with the Jeep when I bought it. So I could do Ford Dana 44 for the front, get something from like a 79, which is a 66-inch wheelbase, and that's only 3 inches bigger than the Dana 44 that I have in the rear. So then I run 1.5-inch spacers on the back, Ford Dana 44 in the front. That might be a good way to go. But then I still need to do gears, and then I need to be at least probably 37s. If I'm going to do gears, I'm going to gear it for something like that. So,
well, and I still have no concerns with 44s and 37s.
Same. Yeah.
And then if you do shafts later on, like,
I wouldn't be worried about that.
No concern.
But it's just the game of, like, but if I'm 44s, putting that work into doing 44s so I can run 37s, I could do a little more work for about the same money and have
depending on how cheap
40s.
you get the front 44. If you get a front 44 for cheap, it's like
they're still like $600. And
Mm.
then, but the problem is they're also from the late 70s, so it's not like a Ford axle where you could probably run the knuckles and you could probably run the seals that are in it, and you could probably run, all this. You'd have to like rebuild it because it's a 1979 Ford F-150 front end. It's been sitting in Dave's garage for 200 years.
You think you might find one that's been gone through, but I still think that the newer Ford stuff is a little. I would assume it's way easier to find at this point.
Yeah, for like $800 all day, you can get a set of leaf spring Super Duty axles. They're just all over the place.
Yeah, Super Duty axles are all over the place, like all the time. If you want to find something that's a little more like specific, it's much.
Yeah.
It seems much more difficult, like finding like a passenger drop,
right?
Yeah.
44 or something like that. It's like they're super oddball.
Yeah, they're harder to get.
Something I noticed when it came to passenger drop stuff, not that it matters for your YJ because that's not what they are.
Was your Waggy passenger?
No.
Oh.
Wagoneers were only passenger for like 77
there was like a couple
to
of them,
79, and that's it. But I was looking at Toyota axles, and there's so many that are just housing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are selling just housings, like through. There's enough on the first page that you could buy one a day, and it lasts just 6 months.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's insane. But then like a complete one that's hub to hub is rare as can be.
Yeah.
Like you can, for some reason, nobody's got a complete axle, and I don't know why that is.
I think it's
other than people are stripping them and putting them in those trail gear housings, maybe.
Yeah. Fabricated housings are really common, so especially mini truck guys just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's one of those fun ones where you just it's analysis paralysis, and I keep going through things, and I'm like, well, for now, I think I will. When I get time, which is fun because I have so much of that now. When I get time, I'll drill out the perches and I'll move the front axle 1 inch forward, and I will move the rear axle 1 inch back. And that'll help with my wheelbase quite a bit. It's not a ton of movement, but it only takes a drill bit and disassembly to get all that done, and I don't have to change drive shafts. I don't have to change steering. Everything will just work. So that's probably my next thing after I get the top on it. And then I can fit a slightly larger tire. I can go up to probably like a 35 at that because I have no up travel with the leaf springs I have. I have zero up travel. I also have no down travel. So
the beauty of leaf springs.
So ideally, I just get a little bit of more tire, and I will get through things.
Man,
I'll bounce through things.
The worst of all worlds.
Yeah, it's great.
Jeeps are fun, huh? I didn't think they'd be that hard. I thought you just...
Yeah, I thought they were supposed to be simple.
It's really not. It's because I don't want to spend any money that it's annoying.
The age-old problem.
Yeah.
Speaking of spending money, didn't you buy a van?
Oh, sure did. You know what I thought to myself? I need to buy some stuff for the Jeep. I'll go buy a $500 van. I found a 1980 Ford E150 custom van from a firefighter influencer. This guy is
that does not sound up my alley.
Okay.
He's an Instagram influencer who does wildland firefighting. And
wild. Well, at least it's wild.
Yeah, okay.
That's kind of cool.
And
redeeming.
He refurbishes like RVs. So he bought this van with the hopes of doing that. Like he buys like trailers and then redoes them and puts them on his Instagram and takes pictures and does a bunch of drone stuff. And nice guy, doesn't know anything about cars. And so he bought this van thinking he was going to turn it into a camper van, and because all it needed was a water pump. And so he hired a nice young person to put a water pump in it for him. And they got halfway done, and he paid them the second half of the money that he owed them for the water pump, and then they left, and they never finished anything.
Cool.
And this guy couldn't figure it out. And when this guy bought it, he never started it. He had it towed out because he was told it runs fine, but the water pump leaks and it'll overheat. So he just never even started it. He doesn't know if it runs, doesn't know if it drives. I went out there because it's got a 9-inch. And I was like, sweet. I'll score a 9-inch. I can buy a Ford 9-inch for pretty cheap from this guy. It'll be great. And he's like, you want the whole van? And so for $500, I got a whole van with a title. It's got a 302. It's got a C6 automatic transmission and a 9-inch, which is basically a Mustang.
You keep saying that.
It is.
And it's not going to come to fruition the more
so
you
close
say it.
to a Mustang. I mean, it's basically a Mustang.
Van Stang.
Yeah.
It's basically a really bad F-150.
It's maybe
Mustang van.
It's musty. Yeah.
But keep going.
So I took it home and I put it all back together. It leaks like a sieve from the radiator. So much so that the radiator shop that we all know and love said it's probably not worth fixing.
Oh, man.
So that's all well and good. Tyson was like, no, it's leaking from probably too many places. It was a brass radiator and it sat empty. And so according to Tyson, that'll kill him. And so that's what it did.
That'll do it.
And so, it shoots streams of water out of it, like in all kinds of different directions and from all kinds of different locations. And there's already JB Weld on like the top of the tank and some other places. And so I just bought a radiator off eBay and it'll show up and we'll see how that goes. But I got it all together and I got it to start on brake clean, which is great. I know now that it runs. Oil pressure jumped right up. It looked really good. It only ran on brake clean though. I went, all right, well, let's figure this out. And I bought a fuel pump for it because they're cheap. It was like $27. And I replaced that. It's still nothing. But from there, when I was replacing it, I realized that the hose on that was super brittle and bad. And so I replaced that hose and I crawled into the back and the hose out of the top of the tank that does the crossover between the both rear tanks was bad. And so you can't suck from a tank if there's a bunch of air going into it. It won't create suction and it didn't work. So I replaced that hose and then come to find out all the rest of the hoses had been replaced with, and I pulled it out, just breather hoses. They were just vacuum line hoses. None of them were fuel rated.
Cool.
Yep. So I redid all of that, got it so that it will now run on pump gas, but it wouldn't start on gas. So I took the carburetor out, cleaned all the stuff out of it because it had been sitting dead for like 8 years before I got it. So there's enough. It's new enough that the bad gas got in it, and then it sat for 8 years and it got badder. So I cleaned all the carb out, and it had like a fresh gasket kit, and it has all these, like the motor's freshly painted, and like all these things that say that somebody gave a crap about it. Half the smog system had been removed, but not all of it. And so there's just a ton of vacuum leaks everywhere. And then I went to go put the carb back on and realized that I hadn't been paying attention, but there were only 3 bolts on the carb. That's a pretty big vacuum leak. Yeah. The stud was too short.
Oh.
The stud was too short. So either they broke off like the top of the stud or something happened, but the stud was too short. You couldn't get a nut on it. So I then got new stuff.
Pulling the carb off of a van too. Ugh.
It's so easy. I could sit in the passenger seat and work on it. Oh yeah.
Okay.
He just takes the seat out and lays on his tummy.
No,
it's tummy.
I took the doghouse out. This is so think 1980 Ford van, right? This is like a brick nose van.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a longer hood than you think it does, and it's got a. If you go like
about
this,
as long as that zoom.
Yeah. Turns out we got a thing we can do. It's got a longer hood than you think it does, and then it has a huge doghouse on the inside.
Okay.
So I could get to everything. I can take the heads off. I can get to the back of the heads and work on grounds and stuff. It's super nice.
Okay.
Which is surprising. I thought that was going to be such a pain in the butt to work on, and it has been wonderful.
That's good.
I got rid of a ton of vacuum lines that didn't do anything. I got rid of a ton of vacuum leaks from the carb. Now it still won't start cold. It has an automatic choke and an electronic choke and all that stuff. I cannot get it to start when it's cold out. But when it's warmed up, it'll run and drive and start and do all its stuff off of the carb, off of the fuel. It all seems just fine, fat, and happy. So I'm not sure next what I need to do to figure out why it's not able to start itself when it's chilly out. But it starts great off of a little bit of brake clean. It kicks right over and then picks up the fuel and runs fine.
That's good.
So next I got to bring it into the garage, replace the radiator, and do a rear brake cylinder, the wheel cylinder, because it's spewing brake fluid out aggressively. I almost ran into my house.
Nice.
Did not stop well at all. So I drove it around the block. It was really aggressive. The door flew open, the slider, and all my tools were right there, and they all stayed. It was fine. Has no power steering. All the power steering fluid leaked out of it, and I didn't think to fill it up before I drove it, which is not easy on a van with almost flat tires and a V8 in the front. But that'll be a fun project, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Haley kind of still wants to build it out and make it like a little camper van thing and then sell it. I keep having this dream of grandeur where I pull that 302 and C6 out, find a 4.8, because you can get them. There's a 4.8 on Facebook right now for $399 with a wiring harness and all the accessories. And I'm like, well, wouldn't it be fun to have a single turbo 4.8 with a 4L80 and a 9-inch in a van?
No.
I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of ways to put money down a toilet. This seems like one of the worst ones.
I don't know.
Could be.
Who's to say?
Yeah.
Well, Sean, for one.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking. There's not a very, it's a very attainable record for fastest 80s E150 custom van. I think it's like 12.2.
It's funny. At work, we're talking about the bench seat drag racing record currently, and we can't seem to find legitimate info on what that might be, but we're taking a big swing at it with one of these vehicles. We'll see.
I mean,
it's a lot faster than 12 seconds.
I bet, yeah. But I bet, I mean, a single turbo, even at the 4.8,
have you thought about cutting
van.
the back of it off?
Well,
Ooh.
No.
You've got experience in the department.
I know, and I've since quit drinking, and therefore I don't cut the back off of things as often.
I see. Now we're.
But a VUC would be.
Yeah. Van truck would be rad.
Sean loves a good VUC.
I don't have the fabrication skills to properly complete that.
It didn't.
No one said it had to be proper. Yeah. We just
I quit. Remember, I quit drinking. So
this
now I know.
This is an interesting turn of events. Now this is the drinking's fault.
Oh, it's always been.
Okay.
Dave and I had a 30 rack of Rainier in the garage, and my tailgate on the Jeep got stuck.
Oh, I'm familiar with the story.
Yeah. And so I was drinking, and I even yelled to Haley, and I said, Haley, is it a bad idea to cut the back of the Jeep off? And she goes, I don't think it's a good idea. And I was like, okay. And then I did it.
Haven't listened to you yet. Why would I start now?
So, yeah, that was, I make a little bit better choices now. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Okay. That's good.
Says the guy who just bought a van.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out before I had to. We just went on a 20-minute conversation
for $500. I'm super winning. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I have a V8 van. I could sell the cats off this thing and come out ahead.
Your shitty van and your Jeep that you can't drive off road.
I can now.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hold on.
Couldn't.
Yeah. I couldn't. I did. It just was awful. I did all of the Edison trail and it was so bad.
See, point being, Edison's easy.
Right.
Everybody says that it's a difficult trail. It's not.
Well, talk to Tyson about it because he lost a tent and both rear axles.
Tyson and that trail have.
It's easy if you don't try any of the sidelines.
Yeah.
God, I wish I could have seen that in person. It was
amazing.
Oh man,
Colin, if you could take just a little extra time on this episode to edit that clip in, it is the best thing.
Oh God!
I mean, I felt bad, but I knew Tyson thought, he was funny about it immediately as well. So I was like, okay, this is fair game. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my God.
Easily the funniest thing I've seen wheeling.
He told me
ever.
it was kind of frustrating because the tent was only up there because he had nowhere else to store it.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't even want it to be there.
It didn't need to be there. It hasn't needed to be there.
Yeah, it just didn't have anywhere else
quite
to
a
put
while.
it. Yeah.
Yep.
Man.
But he also has like a 40-acre lot on the side of his house, and he still had nowhere to put his tent.
Right, but no, he needs somebody to come over and help him pull it off of there because he doesn't have a giant hill to drive the Jeep up to launch it off the back.
Yeah.
And get it out of the way.
Well, he found it.
God.
Yeah.
Now he just has to figure out how to
the hill.
move it.
Now he just has to get the tent somewhere else.
What did you guys? Did everybody just like get together and put it back on at that?
Picked it back up. Yep.
Yeah.
One of the guys that was there works at Cascade Rack, and so he had like some advice on how to get it to stay a little better. And then our advice was, let's put a ratchet strap around it.
Yeah,
and
just for safety's sake.
And then let's get you out of here front wheel drive. And you know what was super frustrating? I couldn't keep up with him. He was like, we didn't go up to the shelter. Tyson was like, I need to get back out and get home. And I was like, I'll follow you out. Don't worry about it. I'm not doing well anyway. And we know the front axle isn't working. And so I go to follow him out, and he just leaves me behind. No problem. Just gets out of there.
You guys were one
like,
4-wheel drive Jeep together?
I know.
Combined.
But he had the better one. Yeah.
The good half.
So we got to the end there, and I was like, I'll just follow you back to town. On the road, I can do just fine. And so I followed him back into town, and he did fine. He drove all the way home. No problems.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Fun.
That was a good trip.
Man, I had something I was going to say. I was going to mention that we're so close to episode 100 here on the Campfire Passport podcast.
Brought to you in part by Win Home Inspection.
Thank you. We got to figure out something to do. We don't have to do that here, but we have to figure out something to do.
I think we
some
just
sort of
tell
celebration.
Jesse's come up with so many wild and
Just
exciting
let him
games.
go.
Just let him
Yeah.
None of
Free
us even
range.
show up. We just put Jesse on, and the 100th episode is just Jesse by himself trying to figure out what's going on.
Jesse's 100 episode extravaganza, brought to you by Win Home Inspection.
I bet there'd be fireworks and guns and like.
We need to get a
it
different sponsor just for that one episode, just something outrageous.
For the single episode, a one episode
sponsor.
sponsor.
I've been listening to the Doug DeMuro podcast here and there, and he does this ridiculous thing where he just calls out some like silly sponsor. Like I was listening recently, and it was like, today's sponsor for this section is the 1998 Lincoln whatever like advertisement by so and so, and like I'm just like, what are you? It's ridiculous. He's a ridiculous human.
He's just there to have fun.
Oh yeah, in his own special way. Colin, what do you have going on? You said you might be able to update on your weird vehicle oh my god,
escapades.
Well, and I haven't been here for a lot
Situation.
of this, so I don't want to make you start over from the beginning. But if you could spark notes me
there's
into where it's at.
There's really no start over because there hasn't.
No, we haven't talked about this at all.
Much conversation about it at all.
Okay.
Really, because there's nothing going on yet.
Okay.
But what I did do was I came across the for far as I could tell at the time of recording, it is the cheapest 100 series for sale in Oregon.
Ooh.
And it's of course on a car lot, so that makes it all the more interesting.
Yeah.
So I went and looked at it, and it just gave me a great idea of or a great representation of how delusional you Land Cruiser people are, because even at being the cheapest Land Cruiser in the state, or I should say 100 series in the state, because there's a couple 80 series that are cheaper than this.
Mm-hmm.
I struggle to see
the value,
there. So I go out there and look at it.
Set the stage here. Give us year, mileage, price.
Okay, so it is
what color is it?
It is a 2000. It's burgundy.
Ooh, I like that.
So yeah, not a bad color.
Yeah.
It has 251,000 miles on it. And it is located in Prineville.
Really? Okay, so not that bad a road trip.
So
I would have thought the coast if I was going to guess. Just
I had to work extra to even get interior pictures, which that was my first,
That's
because a little unsure. Plus the outside of it, lots of clear coat peeling, which common in the Land Cruiser world, I'm well aware. But I was still willing to at least go and give it a look. So I show up out there. The guy just gives me the key and says, "Yeah, it's out there in that lot. You can go out there and check it out."
It's
and
3 blocks away.
Okay.
I own this now?
So I walk out there and proceed to start looking it over. And it's got writing on the engine bay, on the airbox about the timing belt being done at 137.
Okay.
And it's got 251 now, again. So probably time.
Wow. But not that long over, honestly, because I've been in plenty of vehicles where I'm like, I bet no one has ever opened the front of that, and that's terrifying.
Yeah.
But next thing I know, here comes this guy walking out, and he goes, "Hey, because I'm kind of the resident Toyota expert, but I'm not a car salesman. I'm the detailer."
Oh.
And I looked at the car, and then I looked at him, and I was like, "But you didn't detail this one." And he goes, and like he was kind of quiet, like he didn't take it as a joke, I think, which kind of it was for me.
Like, this is as good as it gets, bud.
Because it was pretty fucking dirty inside. And I, I'll pull this up for you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's an ad.
I've got a little show and tell that I can give you on this, because I sent this to somebody. Oh wow, it's even got sound.
Okay.
So it's running at the moment. There's the note that I was mentioning, and as we go through this, door panel is fucked up, as you can see. Nice stains on the carpet, which, whatever. Torn up seats, which
Sean knows.
Again, not surprised. It's a 100 series Land Cruiser with leather. As you can see, nice and dirty. Steering wheel is torn to shit as well. Open this up, and this door panel also has a bunch of issues.
Oh my god!
There is mold here on the carpet underneath that, and that back seat's torn apart as well.
The back seat?
The back of the front seat.
Okay, it's still
is
bad,
torn apart basically. Here's the tailgate, which just has the board essentially coming off of the tailgate.
God.
Because, why not? And then we'll come around to this side here. This is the best door panel in the car right there. And then this one, as you can see, further damages all along the door, and there's the seat. Yeah,
it looks like 400,000 miles of wear.
Yeah. It was pretty much like a major disappointment. Like, I got out there and I was thinking, like, okay, maybe it's just the outside. The interior is pretty okay. Like, I can work with this, even if it needs
you can
some maintenance
seat covers,
and
you can
things like that. Like, whatever. So price on this, by the way, is $7,500.
Okay.
I proceeded to I drove it. The windshield's cracked. I drove it. It also has you know how they have like the tinted portion
across
on the
the top,
windshield?
yeah.
Well,
It was
aftermarket windshield probably because it wouldn't have had that.
Well, this wasn't even that. It was literally a strip of tint
Oh, so okay.
that was a quarter of the windshield. So
Yeah.
me sitting in it, my eye level
I
was
hate that.
literally at the line of. So it was awkward.
Yeah.
It drove fine, like which I expected. I
Yeah.
didn't think it would be some terrible thing. It's a 100 series,
Right.
whatever.
They drive pretty good.
But then I get it back. He gives me this report on it, and it's got on the report that it needs roughly $4,000 worth of service work as well.
Oh my God.
that they are pointing out. So it needed upper pan gasket, which that alone was like a 12-hour job on it. And then the timing belt service as well.
Yeah, I bet the upper
And
pan,
then-
you got to take all the stuff off to like the
Yeah,
whole
well, because
front.
it's independent front, so you probably have to
Pull the
drop
diff.
the whole subframe and
Yeah.
everything to do that. But at any rate, I went ahead and passed because to me that in general felt like a $1,000 car
Yeah.
that runs and drives. Like
Yeah.
I in my life have never owned something that felt as ratty and dirty as that. And I've owned some
You
shit.
want to come see my van?
Yeah.
I've owned an old Bug
Right.
that I pulled out of a field, and it felt more complete than this thing did.
Yeah.
Ugh, that sucks.
Well, and
So
expectations wise, it's a leather interior, high end. Like, yeah, those are the things I don't want to fix.
yeah,
If-
it seems like it had water in it,
Uh,
and like it constantly things were leaking, which would explain why all the door cards
we're so
that's-
because
all
all the
of the
cardboard in
panels were
there.
like
Yeah,
that makes sense because
wobbly, and
that's not like a thing. I haven't seen.
Is it a sunroof car?
100
Yeah.
or 80
Yeah.
series have like the top of the door card will wrinkle because of sun or something. But like I've
Mhm.
never seen a messed up 100 series door panel. So it's got to be
Yeah.
like just some weird,
probably a
awful
sunroof
condition
issue or
shit.
something like that. Yeah,
yeah, that thing was bad.
I would fix
And
a
just
bad axle. I would fix whatever.
The fact that it's $7,500.
That's outrageous.
And the guy tried telling me that, oh, well, we just lowered the price on it to that. Like, well, good luck. You're going to be lowering it some more.
They're stuck with
'cause-
that for quite a while.
Oh God, there's no way. The only way is if it's somebody that is just like such a Land Cruiser knob hobber that they have to have it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're
But even then, they're not going to pay
It's probably
No,
it
the
probably
thing-
won't be one of those. It'll be a new Land Cruiser, homie. Like,
Yeah.
oh, all my friends have Land Cruisers, and they tell
Something.
me how great they are, and I've got to go get one, and I don't know anything about them yet. That's the guy that's going to buy it.
You can buy like $10,000. I know that's not a not significant amount more than that, but that price range will buy you that same mileage in a reasonable condition 100 series. It happened
Yeah,
like there's 20 of them.
I
if
even
you-
looked it up when I
Yeah.
got home.
Yeah.
I was looking at other ones and just to compare. And I mean, granted, it's just pictures versus seeing one in person, but
I've seen
in general, from what I could tell in the pictures, like interior to interior,
Yeah,
like $1,000, $1,500 more,
gets you a
got
completely
me-
different car.
a pretty damn clean interior
Yeah.
for the most part. And it's just like, that's not
Yeah.
$1,000 worth of bad interior. That is the entire
you
interior.
do you do a little bit more digging too, because if treated like that, how much of this is Toyota quality masking the fact that it was never maintained?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the
Not at
engine
all.
still runs good, and it still drove down the road fine, but it probably never got oil changes on time if it doesn't even get the timing belt within 25,000 miles.
Yeah.
Like, there's all these red flags there. Yeah.
That's
I
rough.
bought a 325,000 mile Jeep YJ, and it was dirty and was missing half the top, but that doesn't
And
feel
third
like
gear.
it's a different. Well, it wasn't missing. It worked. It just
it's
rattled.
there. It's
Yeah, it just rattled. Everything worked. It just was
Okay,
making a lot
sure.
of noise. But it didn't. It felt like that was okay because it was a YJ with half a top. Like, that's exactly what you'd expect for that $3,000 price range. Like, everything fit in that box for $7,500.
not a
I
car
don't-
with a permanent
Yeah.
roof and
Yeah, I don't want to deal with all that interior stuff. I don't want to deal
Oh
with
my
all that.
God.
Yeah,
I did my best to like make the excuse for it. Well, I mean, it could only go up in price from here, but it's just like,
That's too much.
I'm starting so far in the hole
Yeah.
as it is. Like, it's just, I could not find the value in it at all.
You should buy my neighbor's disco. I think it has a blown head gasket.
Oh.
They've been adding
not
coolant
uncommon.
to it, trying to get the bubbles out. And I was like, oh no, I don't think
they're not going to come out.
I think
the engine's making the bubbles, buddy.
It keeps getting low on coolant after we run it for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It may not be leaking, but it's
gone.
Burning.
Yeah, it's gone. But
Interesting.
Yeah. Is it a 1 or a 2?
2.
What year? Do you know what
I
year?
don't know year. I think it's 98.
No.
No, then
Can't be. That's a 1.
Okay, well it's a 2. It's early 2.
Disco 2, everybody.
Okay. But I don't know enough about it.
Could be a 99. Technically, it's a 99 and a half.
I can technically take pictures of it from over my fence. If I stand in the right spot, they live behind us in a little ways.
Easiest way to tell from the back is where the taillights are. If the taillights are low, it's a Disco 1. If the taillights
I think they're the
high,
higher ones.
it's a Disco 2.
So I think it's Disco 2. But they had it up for sale for like $2,000 at one point, and then they pulled the ad off. But I bet.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't seen anything on
$1,000 Disco 2.
Yeah, and it's like super clean on the interior. It's got a pretty decent like dark blue,
really good
color
solution for that head gasket issue too. It comes in
Yep,
the form
there
of a
is.
bigger V8 from a newer vehicle.
Yeah.
Yep. You want to know you want me to send you the link for that 4.8?
That also is aluminum.
You want that 4.8?
Hopefully.
That LS that I found that was $300.
Nope. I don't want a 4.8.
Better than head gaskets.
That's only 0.2 bigger than what it had in it.
Fair.
It's not big enough.
It's also only 150 more horsepower.
Yeah. I don't know that that's.
I don't know about that, but it's more for sure.
Heads and cam, and you're making a big difference.
And you just spent $2,000.
I mean, I wouldn't be not interested in hearing.
Here, okay,
some more information on
I'll check in with them.
We'll just put it that way.
I'll start the feelers and see what's going on.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because I talked to them. They're like, hey, you know a lot about cars. Do you want to help try and figure out why we got so many bubbles in the intake here? And I said, yeah, you know what? I'll come over and I'll take a look. And then they kept telling me more and more about what was going on. And I was like, I don't know that you guys are going to be able to get rid of the bubbles.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can definitely figure it out for them. It's
going to be
pretty simple. Like anybody can just say, well, considering it's a Land Rover and the coolant seems to not be going on the ground.
Yep.
That's head gaskets, bud.
Yeah. No, and I'm making a plan to go see him anyway. So we'll see what's going on there.
Okay. Yeah, shoot me some info. Let's see what we got going on.
Speaking of other broken vehicles, my dad's JK, my dad has a 2010 Rubicon Unlimited JK. Come to find out that when he leaves work in onto the Parkway from one of those like downtown exits where you have to gun it from a 90 instead of having an on-ramp. Which is a terrible idea with a 3.8 liter in your Jeep. So what
size tires he got on it?
They're 33s. Nothing crazy.
Well, not the worst.
Well,
not the
twice
worst.
a day he puts his foot to the floor and mats it until he gets up to speed.
He does an Italian tune-up twice a day.
Full kit.
All right. It is.
So a couple days ago, he goes to do his Italian tune-up on his way home. And check engine light comes on at the same time that the vehicle turns off. And so he gets it towed home. And I go over and we start checking code reader. The code reader says the cam position sensor has failed. Code reader says that the check engine light is for the cam position sensor. The world says, oh, yeah, that just most likely means that the sensor's failed. And it will sometimes, if it fails spectacularly, kill the rig. Like it's got a safety in there. So, all right, well, we think that might be it. That's not a big deal. But I'm reading into stuff and I'm like, technically, you should be able to pull the plug on the cam position sensor and it'll revert back to a like looped mode. So it'll at least start and you can kind of do some other stuff. And it doesn't do that. So I'm like, all right, well, let's order a cam position sensor. There's one in Prineville through AutoZone. It'll be here in the morning. No big deal. And I thought to myself, I was like, but I brought my compression tester over. I brought my fuel pressure tester that I stole from Sean over. And technically he left. But I kept it in my garage.
It's okay. It's got that really good long line on it, so you can use it on the windshield too.
It's convenient. Yeah. So I threw the compression tester on there and I get 0 for cylinder 4. And I was like,
it's a good start.
It's the Harbor Freight
Everybody's got to start
as long as
somewhere,
they're all the same, right? That's what you're looking for.
Within a certain percentage of each other, it's fine.
I'm like, maybe I didn't get a good seal. Maybe it's the wrong thread pitch and it's just hardly screwed in, or maybe something's going on. So let me check number 6. So it's 2, 4, and 6 on the passenger or on the driver's side for that. So I put it in 6 and I get 0 again, and I'm like, there's got to be something wrong with the system, because my dad cranks it over. It doesn't sound like anything's hitting anything. It sounds normal under cranking when you're running it, but it doesn't sound like it has high compression when you're cranking it over. And there is air coming out the intake. So that's telling me we got something going on. So I put it on number 2 and we have 30 pounds. And I go, oh no, it works. Oh no, if this gauge is giving us something, that means it gave us nothing accurately before. So then we took the cam position sensor all the way out, and I was like, Dad, crank it over. And you can watch the timing chain stay right where it was the whole way around. Doesn't move at all. So apparently there is a not common, but not uncommon, just sometimes it happens that like the windage key breaks off of the crank and the timing chain stops doing timing chain stuff. There is a Goldilocks zone in that system where if the motor is at a certain position when the chain breaks or the windage key shears or whatever happens, that the valves will not impact the cylinder and the springs on the cam will stop the cam in such a way that everything is safe from a rotating engine. You'll get no impact. But you have to be like on the upward stroke of cylinder 1 and just
lucky.
You
have to be lucky.
You have to be super lucky. So my dad's like, well, what are the odds of that? I said, not great. But when he was flooring it and it stopped running, he's like, I didn't hear anything. They didn't make any funny noises. And I was like, okay. And we don't hear anything as it cranks in the garage with the spark plugs out. There's no touching anything. And there's no, on the 3 that we can see, there's no impact points on the tops of the pistons. You can see all the carbon buildup and all the stuff. It still looks exactly the same. So there's hoping. But then I go to the, start packing up my stuff and putting everything back so that way we can figure out what we're going to do with it. And my dad's like, wait a minute. The guy I bought this from had it worked on right before I bought it, and he had a motor put in it. And the motor was like bought at O'Reilly's or AutoZone. It was bought by a mechanic from a parts house. And it has a 3-year, 20-something thousand mile warranty. And we are 1 month over the 3 years, but we are way under the mileage warranty.
And it'll transfer owners?
Well, it was done by the shop. The shop is the one that put the warranty paperwork in. So my dad talked to the shop, and the shop guy's like, I'll go after him. I'll give it a shot. Who gives a shit? You'll pay me to put the new motor in. So if I can get you a free motor and I get paid to put it in again, he's like, I'm still doing the exact same thing. Doesn't cost me anything.
Fair enough.
So they're in the process of seeing if he just gets another motor. There's a chance. The guys at the parts house were like, yeah, you bring the core back. We'll try and see what we can do. And the guy's like, let's get it figured out before we bring the core back.
Yeah, let's I'm not going to get halfway done with this project before I find out.
So we're in that limbo mode right now where there's a bunch of corporate people trying to figure out how to say no, and there's a bunch of other people trying to figure out how to tell them to say yes. And we'll see what happens. So I might just get another motor and be fine. Or I'm really trying to convince him to put a Hemi in it.
Yeah.
I found a bunch of
Hemi Wade.
You can get like a tradesman, not in great looking shape, 2008, 2009 Ram 1500, like bare bones truck with a Hemi.
The 5.7?
Like $4,500.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Hemi and transmission and harness and computer.
Because usually they have to sell the truck to pay for their DUI court cases.
That's true.
So,
more common to find a 2500, which you might get a bigger motor for. So that's good.
Well, the hard part.
Plus tow mirrors.
Yeah, they don't bolt onto the...
Mike, you might get a set of axles out of this deal.
I know.
Oh, hey. Play your cards right, buddy.
Are they passenger side drop, though?
I don't know.
Okay. I think they are.
I think some Dodges are, but I don't think the newer ones are. I thought that it was like the...
Well, then I might look into this a little differently.
Earlier one. Like that.
But yeah, so I'm trying to convince him of that. We'll see. It actually doesn't seem like that bad of a swap.
I've never really looked into it, but there's got to be a lot of them done. So,
well, there are, and essentially the plugs work plug to plug. So like when you put the new Hemi in there, all the plugs that you have in your Jeep that would be like firewall plugs and all the other shit, they'll all plug in. You have to repin a few things, but the plugs all plug in, and you just repin some stuff. And then the transfer case bolts straight to the transmission. If you do a 1500, the transmission is the same length as well. Okay. And so you do motor mounts that properly line up with where the transfer case already is, and it all fits in there with the Jeep radiator and Jeep fans, and the ECU will trigger the Jeep fans no problem, and you don't have to get drive shafts, and the Rubicon case will bolt straight to the back of that transmission. There's zero modification there, and so all your like controls will work. You can plug in the shifter and all the controls there. You just got to get you have to modify the linkages a little bit, or I think it's like a wire. You have to modify the locations for the shifter locks, but it all works. And then you still have like heat and AC. And
Dodge trucks haven't used passenger side front axles since '94.
Perfect. Okay.
There you go. Find a 2500 with a 5.7 in it.
Yeah.
There you go. Then it's a family deal.
It's exactly. Yeah, well, I'll help him.
Poor Matt's going to end up with the body of this truck and just be like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah, I'll help him do the swap if I get the axles. It'll be perfect.
Right. That's right.
Yeah,
cool.
And in that case, it'll be even better, too, because there's 60s and 70s in the back of those, not the Sterling stuff.
Well, this here says, though, that the 2500 uses a 44 in the front.
Oh.
That doesn't make any sense for a modern
it's the
one?
HD. The 2500 HD.
If you get an HD,
is the one that has the 60.
That would put a 60 in it.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Wow.
Even, I mean, let's be real here. Even if it was a 44 and I got a set of them, it was a 44 and a 60 rear, you'd be fine.
Yeah.
That's good. I think that's a good transition to this.
Ooh.
Turns out the rumor is that the new midsize Ram on the midsize truck podcast. Everyone. Yeah. They're going to build it in, I think it's Ohio, next to the Wrangler.
Oh.
Which is interesting. And here's why it's interesting. If you're reading between the lines here,
it's going to be Gladiator chassis.
That means it could be a Gladiator chassis, Toledo, Ohio, or that the new Gladiator will be IFS. So either one is kind of shocking. Now, there is also the alternative that they have two lines running. It is entirely possible that they don't share chassis, or that Jeep pulls some sort of crazy Hail Mary and they do share a chassis, but one has an IFS setup and one has a straight axle. It's not impossible that something like that could happen, but it is interesting, and it does make you think. Obviously, the Bronco and the Ranger share the same chassis. All the Toyota stuff shares the same chassis. Like those things make a lot of sense at an auto manufacturer level. So, I think that's kind of cool.
It's a someday. It's not. Someday the Wrangler's going to have.
It's going to be
IFS.
It's going to be independent or suspension front and rear. I would assume at some point.
And if they're smart and they finally do that, they're going to do it in such a huge way that it's going to have, like big flex from the control arm. They'll have something that's designed to be at least like, see, come on, guys. Like it's not IFS any. I mean, it's not the same IFS. It's they should something. I would assume, but no, I think it's just a matter of time. And I don't know. They're gonna lose a ton of people, and they're gonna probably get a ton of other people. But I don't know.
I don't know if they can do it. They tried to previously,
well, yeah,
and it didn't work. Like people, like the constituency of
right.
Wrangler people, like swayed them to keep it a solid axle, and so I think
30% of them have died since
one
then. Though.
Time,
Yeah,
but I
it's
think
all
that
old guys.
that doing that one time was enough for them to say we're going to do this permanently, unless it's like
it's got to be
something that like
I think people
solid axles just in general are gone.
Ultimately, it's going to be people stop buying it because whatever the Bronco or something else becomes so much better that they're fine with it. And by better, I mean subjectively, probably, but like it just has to be a thing where like they'll start losing market share, and all of a sudden they say, "Okay, what's the thing that makes this modern?" And so
I
everybody
feel like
wants
they're
to
going to
drive
lose
it.
market share due to something else when it comes to a Jeep before it's a solid axle.
I think that I think that the only real thing that they can do if they're going to try and get out ahead of it is figure out a way to make it better. If it can stand on its merits and it can functionally do more than the current generation can do, they've got it set up so that it has 15 inches of wheel travel from the factory. People will be like, "Whoa, wow." Or, like just something that it has to be so stand on its merits, because really the old Jeep guys are dying off, and the young hip dudes that want a 392 because it's the cool thing to do don't give a shit about whether it's a solid axle or not.
It's going to be the enthusiasts that hold on to it for dear life. It's just like a manual, right? Like I love a manual transmission. Enough of those guys are buying them anymore. Like, I think they still do, but you're right. They are going to die off. They're going to change.
Yeah.
But also the landscape has changed a little bit too, and it will continue to change. So who knows? I mean, that could change completely.
I bet within the next 5 years, there's like a desert concept that comes out with.
I think that's already happened.
Well, control arms, front and rear, the full kit, because they have a desert concept, but it's still solid axle.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I bet within the next 5 years, there's something that's V8.
It's coming.
And
it's just coming. There's just no.
It has to.
Yeah,
I'm not stoked about it or anything.
Jeep people clutching their pearls everywhere.
I know.
It's not coming.
Yeah. Oh God,
hot take.
No. Not my solid axle.
What's not coming is the Kia Tasman.
But still,
here it is in California, which I thought was kind of interesting.
How is it not coming and also here?
It's at the Kia headquarters too, apparently, or Kia Hyundai headquarters. But they still adamantly say they will not bring it. And the Reddit comments blow this thing apart, saying it's ugly, but they're wrong because it's not ugly.
It's just different.
It's ugly.
Patently wrong.
It's ugly, but awesome.
It's like a pug.
Yeah.
You're like, that's super cute, but only because it's can't breathe very well.
I think it's awesome, and it can breathe just fine.
Yeah, with that big old open grill face there, doesn't even have headlights in the way.
No,
those are in the fenders.
Those are off to the side. You don't need those. This one was good too. I saw. I didn't credit any of these other ones, so whatever. But this is on Australia 4x4 or something. I keep getting like 4x4 Australia. Sorry, I keep seeing this.
You're being marketed to.
But Iron Man just started, just like dropped their entire collection for the BYD Shark.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't that look good?
It does.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's a nice looking truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, even from the back.
Aren't those are all electric, right?
They are electric or range extending hybrid. I think they're both. Yeah. So
I think that I can't remember what it was, if all of them don't have a low range or if it's just the electric one that doesn't have a low
electric
range.
Definitely doesn't, if I recall, because the 4-wheel drive 24/7 just did a thing on it a few months ago. But I don't know, they're pretty cool. I saw that one in Golden out here, and it was it looks this good, not this good because this one's better, but a stock one looked good in person. It's a really good size. It's like definitely Frontier, Tacoma, maybe even slightly
Ranger-y,
smaller,
yeah.
like more your size truck, Colin. That's like just not inflated like the current ones. So
yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah, I like those.
Another thing we won't get because we can't get Chinese cars.
Yeah.
You know what we can get? Really just rapid fire.
What can we
here.
get, Sean?
We can
What
get.
Can we get?
Hold on.
Oh man,
I know.
bated breath.
Vans.
Let's go.
We can get V8 vans.
We
as a
can
group.
get belt buckles that you can put your key
saw
in.
this.
Oh God, yeah, I saw.
Did you
I
guys
saw
see this?
this.
Yeah. So ridiculous.
You know what's funny? My
You
dad
got one?
has no. Well, that's the same key that I have for my truck.
Yeah.
But my dad has an F-150, and I saw this thinking, I bet he does. I bet he does it.
Man.
I bet he.
Now you can't use your remote start. I noticed with this belt buckle, so that sucks. I guess you could do it through your phone, right? Does Ford
You can do it
Pass
through
do
your phone,
that
but
or
why
whatever?
couldn't you
Ford
use it-
Connect?
Yeah, you can flip that thing open. You just push the buttons.
Oh, you just undo your. So when you're peeing, you just open that thing up and you.
Look at the face of that. That belt
That's-
is still squarely buckled.
Yeah, this on the right side.
the
that's
back?
the back.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
back
the
side of the
front
I
buckle.
assume
Is
it looks like at the
closed.
front you can pop that open.
No, that would be silly. At least it be
If
it
the
on the
front
back.
could pop open, then you could at least push the buttons.
That would be the smarter
Yeah.
idea, honestly.
Yeah.
But
No, but you can do it all through your phone.
Oh god, there's no more pictures. It is a limited offer with some high-end belt buckle manufacturer that they're doing. So it is real, but it's silly and whatever.
It's really important too, because when you have jeans on, there's no other place that you'd be able to put that key.
Nope.
There's nothing.
Absolutely.
You don't have any other options except inside your belt buckle.
That's
So
true.
I understand how that would
it's
be.
true.
Yeah,
I've worn jeans before.
yeah. No, I'm wearing them right now, and I don't have any keys in my pockets.
That's because you're driving a
So.
Jeep.
Yeah, it does have keys.
Oh, it
just
does?
So you know.
That's
Yeah.
cool. All right.
If anybody's trying to get into it.
That's what he says.
All right. Well, this
you can
one
crawl through the back and get in, and they're not difficult to hardwire. It does have keys.
This is the crossover news that we needed.
Mm-hmm.
Audi is apparently teasing that they're going to make a G-Class and Defender rival. And the
I hate the front end of that.
Oh, that's it. So I've seen like 6. I saw a bunch of different articles on this. 6 different probably renderings.
Like all of their concept renderings have that same.
Yeah, this is the new
because they had that sport car come out too, that looked like that.
By the way, I've heard a couple times now that will be the new TT, but I haven't seen any like solid news things on. I've just heard on a couple podcasts. But so this though is their flagship 4-wheel drive, and the fun part is it might be built on Scout architecture.
Oh,
which
that would make
Makes
sense.
a lot of sense, right?
Yeah.
Which is also why they can do that silly little grill on the front, because it doesn't have any cooling issues.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, most likely built in the U.S. That's the big decision that is coming around this. So
it's probably the place that'll sell the most of them anyway. So,
so it makes sense. Tariffs, etc. Makes the most sense to build it here, sell it here, and go from there.
Well, I hate the way the front of it looks.
It's not real. It can't hurt
I know,
you, Mike.
but even
it's not my favorite, but
it will make me think about things later tonight. The Scout looks good. The Scout front end looks good, and they've done a great job with the way that works.
Yeah, they'll just put an Audi badge on it. It's good to go.
Yeah, just don't make it have a weird buck tooth. It's got a gap in the middle of the grill. It's like, I don't know. But
yeah, it's funny because I think that front end looked kind of weird on the whatever the C concept was or whatever, but like it actually looks really cool as a total car, I feel like. So I kind of gave it, I was like, whatever. It's kind of like a Bentley grill, but on that truck, it looks stupid. You're 100% right.
It's just a bad move.
Bumper sitting underneath it. It's kind of weird, yeah.
Well, on to a little bit of Scout information. They had do you have another news?
No, go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm just thinking. I don't know. They had a big like roundup in Texas for the Scouts. They brought both concepts out. And the only like new news that I got out of it was that there will be an option from the factory for 37s on the truck. I don't think so on the
I
it's
think
not a
that
travel
one.
all, but what is
I
the
think that
Traveler?
I think that it was on the SUV as well.
Was it? They were
I think
saying
so.
in the things I was reading that 35s on the SUV and 37s on the truck.
Maybe I'm wrong.
But these are influencers and they're just talking. So
Yeah.
who knows what they know. Although Amy Williams, no. Flying Sparks Garage. That gal is she works on cars and she's been in a bunch of automotive like Motor Trend channels and different things for a long time. So I don't think that she
think it is
wouldn't know.
Terra only, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that so it's Terra and Traveler.
Yep.
But that's frustrating because the Scout had the Travel All.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And the Travelette.
Yeah. But why is it a Traveler now? I don't know. But they look really good with big tires.
They do look good.
They're
also really good looking everywhere until you put that bench seat in them. God, I think that is the worst looking thing ever. It really bothered me.
I think it's an
also
option.
because it's like fancy, like quilted leather with like a 17,000-inch touchscreen in the front. And then it's like, hey, how about a low back bench seat?
I think that's an option.
I'm certain it is an option, but it's
but also
silly.
it folds forward and you can have it be a.
It's not a work truck. It's never going to be a work truck. It's a $90,000 electric pickup.
No. They start in the 60s.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. It's a $90,000, just like an R1T. Like it is what it is. It's super cool. I love it, but it's not an everyman's work truck that needs a bench seat and like a tape measure built into the tailgate because no one cares about that.
No, I know, and I'm with you there. This is a center console, and so I think that if I was going to get one, I would only get a bench seat just so that I can make Sean ride there with me when I pick him up from the airport or something.
There you go.
Make him ride bench.
Oh yeah, I'd love it.
We have no other people in the rig, just you and me.
Yeah, you could probably convince me to do it.
Arm in arm.
I did.
This is on the list of cars that I would buy.
It's doing 62 miles an hour right now.
I saw that sitting still.
Wow.
No, they're beautiful.
Starts at 62.
If there's a chance that I can get one of these one day, that is on the list. I would put Haley in one of those in a heartbeat. I think that's rad. Because we've talked about electric cars and hybrids and range extending hybrids and all that plug-in hybrids and all that. I'm not one of those diehard, no electric ever, all gas engines forever and all that. It just needs to make sense. It just needs
cargo area looks pretty sizable.
It just needs to work the way that I want it to. Yeah. But I want Haley in one of those for sure. It'd be rad. They're so cool looking.
Yeah, it's super cool. I like it.
Yeah. That color combos too.
They're
like
doing
the
some
dark
things with
brown
colors.
leather and that yeah.
Yeah, we need
that seat material. That's just like the bench. It is the bench one in the front, but like that something about that seat material looks really weird.
This here?
Yeah.
Like it just because like the blue leather that matches the color of the plastic.
It's like there's something about the way that the stitching and the like shape of the cushion is. It's really odd. It's a prototype.
I appreciate that it's got a bolster on the back seat. That's kind of that's not.
There's another image that shows the bottom of it too, and it looks like a '60s seat where it's like the whole side is upholstered.
It's got a tweed headliner, so of course it's going to do that.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to lean into the retroness as much as they can.
Well, and like Molly seat back things and
fucking
there's
bench.
That right
and that wood is really bad too on this one. Sorry,
that's an odd wood choice.
It's like that bird's eye that like Audi used for a while.
Well, wasn't there that fake like printed on wood in some Scouts?
I don't know.
Just like
I know nothing about
same
Scouts,
thing like it's in the Wagoneers for a while. It's like just a plastic piece.
That makes sense.
Well, yeah, it was vinyl on those. Yeah.
But that color right there is really nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think all the exterior colors are great, and I think the design
and the grill
overall
is so
really
good.
Cool. Grill's good.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they made it look a little bit old without being, totally old. I'm sure that's at quite a bit of like a disadvantage for the aerodynamics, but whatever. It's still cool.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Well, and then in that case, you do have to have a little bit of cooling for the range extending.
Yeah.
Motor.
Yeah.
So I like those. I like those a lot. I would pay money for those.
Oh, you would, huh?
I would.
That's interesting.
Do we cut off some news, Sean? Did we
No.
rob you? Okay.
Nope, you were good to go.
All right.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Well, since we're talking about internationals, even though we're not talking about internationals, I'll start here. If it, there you go. 59, I know, Sean, it says ambulance, but 59 International Harvester 4x4 B120 ambulance. So this, same price as that 100 series I went and looked at, $7,500, and it's sold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unlike that 100 series. So this has a 3.9, 240 cubic inch straight six, 4-speed with high and low, 4-wheel drive, 45,000 miles on the odometer. Obviously, the odometer is not lying in any way about
And it's never rolled
how many
over.
miles this has. Recently picked up this project, but found a Land Cruiser. He found that $7,500
Traded
Land
in, yeah.
Cruiser, traded it in, and got this.
That's
Okay,
what
I'm
I
guessing they
that
have
makes
similar
sense.
interior condition.
Probably pretty close. Let's
Definitely the
see.
same
Did get it
smell.
running.
And same number of people died in
Moves
them.
under its own power. Still needs things gone through to make roadworthy. Brakes need bled, gone through as well. Will need to be trailered. Very little rust and body damage to deal with for age. Tires hold air but are old. Clean title. Lots of pictures available.
Is that another ambulance next to it?
I
Is
think
this
that
guy
might
an
be a
ambulance
mail truck.
aficionado?
Yeah, some kind of. And that's an old Land Cruiser
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so let's stop looking at the backgrounds. 129 Hunt is his license plate on this as well. That's not a bad license plate. Okay, I mean, yeah, overall
It's in
body's
good
pretty easy.
shape.
Yeah.
2 Land Cruisers in the background. Jeez Louise, this guy. Yeah, I mean, looks like an old 50s freaking.
I mean, it's pretty straight and pretty clean for what it is.
It's got insulation on the roof of the ambulance. Yeah, it's a pass-through, Sean.
I do like
know
a
you love a
pass-through.
pass-through.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Okay, like seat folds forward.
I didn't expect that not to be a pass through, by the way, because it's kind of like a it's kind of like a station
Really?
wagon scenario. But
It's panel van,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm gonna come in early and say it's too weird for me. I do not like these. I'm gonna be the odd man out, and I'm okay with that.
I mean, I don't know if you're the odd man out. I like this body of International, but still I'm not interested in the ambulance. So
Yeah, I already own a van. So
that's
I
true.
don't need-
You've got to
I
make
don't need
Big van
another.
guy.
yeah, I'm not going to be the guy stacking vans in the front yard.
Okay.
I came in hot because I was like, ooh, that's cool.
Yeah,
And then
it
the
is
more I
cool.
looked at it, I was like, there's not anything here that I need.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah.
I will absolutely say that.
Yeah.
I would go
But-
stand near it in a parking lot and look it over if I saw it in one.
Yeah, I
Okay.
could see myself walking up to that and going, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool, and then
That's
moving
pretty
on.
neat. Yeah.
and then moving
then
the
go-
rest
yeah.
of the
I
way,
probably wouldn't even take a picture of it. That's like my level
Yeah.
of engagement.
If it was
in
parked in a cool spot, I would. If it was like in an
Mhm.
abandoned barn at a
Just
shop
a
I
little
was
by-
at.
background
okay.
Yeah.
for it, you know.
Yeah, if it had the right ambiance, I would, but
Okay,
not
yeah,
not
see
it,
that.
not in like a Fred Meyer's parking lot.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's try this.
Yes.
Let's try this.
Now
van.
this
I might
take a picture of.
99 Chinook Concourse, 65,000. It's the Club Lounge model, 48.3 thousand miles. Expect all the usual luxuries. It says propane furnace, stove, oven,
AC.
fridge, AC, freezer froze, and the cabin got cold. I've got extra space in the I love the extra space the lounge chairs offer without
I cannot
the
wait to see
booth.
the interior of this thing.
Yeah. And it has a
Barbecue
U-joint
kit.
4x4 conversion. Although lifted, cool wheels and newer,
Wild
quote,
Peak.
wild peak, 2 words, unquote, knobby tires.
With an N, no K.
Yeah, just N-O-B-B-Y. This rig is smooth and quiet. There is no chance in hell 6 of these fucking tires are quiet. I'm sorry. That's a lie. The V10 throttle is also enjoyable.
Okay.
My life situation has changed, so I'm a motivated seller. Want to see most of my 65 invested. Let's talk. I call this my badass cream puff. Cute, capable, and gets a lot of attention. By the way, Chinook friends, thanks for the knowledge, insights, and enthusiasm. So
Question.
apparently he had some help building.
Hold on.
This, yeah.
What's the name of the person?
Tom Miller.
Okay. All right. I would have guessed that ad was written by a lady. That was just my thought. When you see ads,
I mean,
that would have been my thought. So
Could be Mrs.
right.
Tom Miller.
They share a Facebook. Oh no.
there's
There's
a great picture.
It fits in a parking spot.
Oh, come on.
It fits in an apartment parking space.
I wanted this so bad, but I'm going to have to hate it now because of who.
Okay. Rear door on it. Got 1 step down. That's still a pretty
That's a
It
big
folds
step
out.
to get up to.
It
but-
folds out.
Okay, there's the
Generator. Okay,
Got
that's
it.
pretty good.
All right.
Still fits in a parking spot.
Still fits in a parking space. Back in. No sidewalk use afterwards, though.
Well, because people on sidewalks don't deserve it, and I have a Chinook.
Yeah. Okay, batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got a late. Yeah, the only way to explain this would be that this is a later Super Duty axle, but he doesn't have the track bar connected.
Well, the track bar was still on the. There's still track bars on some of the leaf sprung.
Even on the leaf
front
springs, he's
ones,
just
yeah.
not running it. Yeah, because that looks like
60.
that's got to be a leaf spring one.
And it's got it built into the case. So it's cast into the, or the spring purchase cast into the housing there. Yes. I'm still a yes.
I still need to see the inside, but I love this thing.
I don't think that they're worth the amount of money, but
it has a VCR.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
it's
a wall
limo
clock.
spec.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing's rad.
These must be the chairs he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
chairs.
the bed is the couch, I'm guessing?
Yep.
I would guess so, yeah.
Okay. That's
It's a convertible.
different.
Okay.
Little kitchenette.
Stove, fridge and freezer, microwave, yeah.
It's a lot of green.
Carpet looks about how I expected it.
That's the color of the.
Kind of odd.
Well, that's the color of the carpet in the back of the van that I have. It has carpet on the walls.
It's just like just the styling of the carpet in
Yeah.
general. You can I can feel that
Oh, yeah.
carpet like through the picture right now. I know everybody knows exactly the carpet we're talking about. You don't even have to see it. You know
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. So is there a bathroom?
Oh,
yeah.
Shower,
bathroom.
It's a full
toilet.
wet bath.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can pee on the floor.
Yeah. Sway bars are connected.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in.
And rear shackles. Yeah.
Right.
Just that right there. Just that right there. I'm about it.
Like
That's
so many of
cool.
these things. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I guess I'm going to camp in it,
I
obviously.
guess.
Yeah.
Road trips, maybe, because, it's going to be terrible at that, but it's also going to be terrible off road, too. But who cares?
Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna be the outstanding. No,
That's okay.
I'm still not a van man
Well,
myself.
You don't get off on
Uh,
pass-throughs like the rest of us.
it is cool. Again, much like the International, it is cool. I like it, but it doesn't quite do it.
that's
for
fair.
me.
It
So-
does for me.
So what we'll do now?
I love that there's an awning over the not door on the side there. So the door's on the back, but the,
The door's on
awning
the
goes
back.
over the side.
Well, yeah, it's hanging out.
because the
hanging out area.
whole that's your hang space.
That is
and
such a
the
short
van
awning.
itself
Yeah.
creates more shade.
I mean,
as
that's what I'm
well.
saying. Like, you just park with the van towards the sun and you just stand on the other side of it.
Yeah, well, All right, so this one is a 77 Toyota Celica GT liftback hatchback.
Interesting.
So this is it says very rare running Gen 1 Celica fastback with a 7M GTE. An R156 5MT, so a 5-speed. Mark II Supra limited slip axle, tons of parts, can be driven home a reasonable distance, it says. So depends on
how far you want to drive it. I want to go unreasonable. Yeah.
Running Mega Squirt, wastegate dump, engine and turbo freshly built by previous owner. So this guy didn't build it.
So
and there's
many
no
other details and quirks. Feel free to
Are
ask.
there features as well?
Yeah, not on without quirks. Here we go. Clean title, collector plates. It's got a front mount. Probably has a dead sensor or incorrect setting. It acts like it has a rev limiter when it hits boost.
Great.
Drives fine out of boost. I just have absolutely no time for it anymore. No trades, please.
I can't figure this out.
Yeah, broken in a way I don't understand.
I've never had something with Mega Squirt before. Yeah.
Tune, baby, tune. That's cool.
Pretty okay looking in the engine bay as far as cleanliness swaps go.
Yeah.
Not the worst. Aluminum radiator.
I hate the red silicone.
Yeah, it's
but
not
the
great.
car is red, Mike.
I know, but I hate it.
And the seatbelts are red.
I hate that too.
So interior isn't exactly finished.
Yeah.
Interior is a project. He's got his turbo blanket on.
What is going on with that downpipe?
I wouldn't zoom in on it.
It's the pie cut. It's the pie cut technique.
Yeah.
And maybe he's not the best welder.
Yeah.
Not this guy.
The
previous owner. This is everything you see here is the previous owner's fault. So.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
I mean, somebody's got a plasma cutter.
It's got a dragon under the hood.
There is a fucking dragon under the hood.
Why couldn't they do the downpipe?
Man, that is, because cutting and welding are two different things. Man.
I'm telling you, though.
You got a nice plasma cutter, doesn't mean you can weld things back together.
What is in the dragon's hand?
That's the Toyota. That's the Toyota emblem.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, see, there's the ring, and then here's the little, and then the oval going this way.
All right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I wouldn't.
The fucking red dragon over here.
It's a silver dragon.
The silver dragon and the red dragon.
But
okay, blow off valve. Oil cooler down there, I think, mounted.
Oh yeah, horizontally. Yeah.
Fuel cell in the trunk. Okay.
Those taillights are great. These cars have really great taillights.
Cool taillights.
I like that.
Louvers.
I like that angle.
Be better with the hood down, but yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's a terrible front picture.
What do we think?
It's a terrible front picture.
Man, I would like to ask this guy if he's got like the bumpers and some of the interior pieces, and if he does, I think I'm in on this. If he does not, I do not want, because I don't want to have any.
Wow. Well, here's the thing, Sean, is we can't have a middle. You can't fence ride this. You have to.
Well, then I'm going to take it at face value, assume it doesn't have any of that stuff, and say no. But if it had a complete interior, and I think can you imagine finding door panels for one of those?
You'd make them.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
You'd go down to
bumpers. Maybe you could figure out. There's got to be some JDM option that's cool. Like I get it, but that interior
the way
stuff.
That intercooler's set up.
Yeah, you need
like
to put that up behind the grill.
Yeah,
figure that all out. But it is doable, I'm sure, without too much fun. I mean, I bet it'd be a blast when it runs well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's.
I would be so worried about the stuff that was done though that I would never feel confident in it, because like that downpipe, the fact that he can't get past certain RPM, he can't drive it in boost. We've got terrible style choices in those silicone couplers. I'm a no. I would just have constant like what else is gonna go wrong?
Yeah, that's fair.
You give old cars to people who don't do well with them, and you get worse cars.
I mean, it's the aluminum stuff over here, because this is an aluminum pipe. Those look better. than the
I bet it's
exhaust
spray painted
did.
steel. I bet it was just. I bet they painted it silver.
Got silicone beads on it. Yeah. Man, it's tough
I don't
because
like that fuel cell
they
setup.
are cool.
It's a cool car. If that shell was available for less money,
I wish he had like a straight side shot
yeah,
of it so you could like take in the shape of the thing because they're such a cool shape.
it's kind of like a miniature Barracuda of a
Look.
similar of like a 66 Barracuda. They had those like, yeah,
That's what
Yeah.
it could look like.
well, but that's not the fastback.
Well, yeah,
I
that's
know,
not.
but it's still
Yeah.
the same generation of car and the same color.
I like that better though. I think than the
I'd take
Coupe
it as a
looks-
liftback even, but
Yeah, I had a friend in high school that had one actually
uh,
of that specific
nice.
body.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
I think I'm. It's tough. I think I'm also a no. There's a few things in there that, like Mike is saying, that concern me.
Yeah, if it was
a
the
little
right,
bit. I mean, I can say that in the past I have bought something. Well, not bought, but traded for a Mega Squirt vehicle that had running issues, and then I
tuned it out. Yeah,
brought it to someone who knew what they were doing.
yeah.
And we got it working pretty tip top.
No,
so
and I believe that.
it is solvable, but there are some other things that are a bit of a worry here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm with the both of you.
If they welded the downpipe like that, how are the motor mounts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's reasonable questions here.
That's fair.
So yeah, I think that car in a better, I don't know, a better version of that car, I would probably have been more likely to be interested in. But
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
then I've got one more for you,
Okay.
and it's kind of in the same.
Oh my
Family.
God.
So this is an 85 Toyota Ka, one of a kind custom rig thigh. So Corolla
That's
body
nice.
mounted on an 85 Toyota 4x4 frame. Has a 22R 5-speed manual, trail ready and street driven.
I hate these chat GPT
4-wheel drive
ads.
works excellent. Posi rear end, 37-inch super swampers. Runs great with a solid 22R engine. Mileage unknown. Title on the way.
Oh, okay.
Paperwork submitted. Should have it back within 30 days. This was listed 10 weeks ago.
It's good to go now.
Still needs a few small things to be perfect.
Mhm.
$4,500 cash in my hometown
my
of
God. Do you
Yam
know this
Hill,
person?
Oregon. I don't know. I didn't look at who it was. Rick Flayig. I don't know. That doesn't sound familiar to me at all.
All right.
Might consider trades. Show me what you've got. Mainly looking for cash.
Take a Corolla Fastback with a botched 7M swap.
It's interesting. He says it's in Yamhill, and then the map shows Forest Grove. But
Is what? Hold on. Wasn't it a 20R or a 22RE?
No.
he says it's a 22R.
22R is carbed 22R, right?
I had a 20R.
Yeah, because an RE is the
EFI.
is injected.
Yeah,
it's EFI.
but I don't know that they made a 22R.
yeah, I'm pretty sure
There's
they did.
carbed ones.
I had
At any
I had a
rate.
20R, and I had a 22RE, but I just didn't know that they had one that was a combination of the two.
Yeah, it's
Anyway,
the
Jesse, chime in. Jesse, comment on this and let us know
I'm
how
pretty
wrong
sure.
I am.
But at any rate, it's the super swampers it has aren't actual. They're not super swampers. Those are the Traxxas
Oh,
MTs,
okay.
which are really hard to get. Actually, they're like because they're the only DOT radial or whatever that Super Swamper makes. So I had them on my WJ forever ago. It's a thing. I mean, it's he's got a sand rail in the background there too. If anybody's interested.
I just pulled it up, and they do make a 22R, but
Yeah.
an 85 you could have a 22R or a 22RE. They're both available. It depends on which option you picked.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure plenty of those are now carb converted because people are dumb.
Yeah, and especially if you're going to carb convert, you shouldn't do that. You should propane it.
Man, this thing, I don't look at how high it sits above the frame.
Yeah, it's got a body lift.
Yeah, you can see under the body.
It's just got a body on there.
Yeah, it's positioned.
It's a unibody, isn't it? Isn't this supposed to be it? No. Is that a frame car?
No.
It's a unibody car, right?
Yeah.
So where do you body mount?
Where do you
wherever it lands?
Place the unibody on top of the frame, and then you just go from there.
What are the seats mounted to?
The body still.
Right.
The body.
Right.
The car is one thing. The truck is another.
The frame is another.
In a rollover, they will separate and you will be protected by the car.
You can register this twice. You can register it as either thing.
Yeah, where's the VIN?
That is, the title is on the way. It makes me wonder, is it the title for the frame or is it the title for the body? I don't know.
Yeah.
No interior pictures, guys. I'm sorry. I wish I could provide.
I guarantee you it's mint.
For you.
Look at this thing. I guarantee that interior is mint.
This side's a little beat. The other side, the driver's side looks pretty relatively straight. The passenger side, not so much.
It fits on there surprisingly well.
Lengthwise, yeah.
Yeah.
Length and width
wise, yeah.
It's about right. Oddly, yeah.
There's zero chance that I would pay money for this.
Wow, what a statement.
Yeah.
Zero chance? Huh.
This is the kind of car that if someone said to me, hey, you want this for, whatever, let's put like a $500 on it, I'd be like, I don't think I do. Oh, it runs great and it's like perfectly mechanically sound. I'd just be like, I don't want that.
At that position, I would go buy a truck body.
Yeah, but then in my head,
85 pickup body.
I'm like $2,500 into a $4,000 truck and so much work.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
Especially since it's carbureted.
And then what are you going to do with that Corolla body? Give it to Matt so he can have a Corolla body
I'll put
and
it
a
on
Ram
Matt's.
body.
Yeah. To leave it on Matt's property. I'm going to start a junkyard and it's called Matt's House. And if you guys need parts, I don't have them, but Matt might. Matt could.
Only bodies, no chassis.
Yeah.
It's all the parts you wouldn't want because I took those.
Yeah.
Anything good is gone. Yeah, no. I'm a no.
This is where Colin comes out and says he really likes lifted cars.
Look at the radiator.
I know.
Hanging
Everything
out
looks like it's accidentally there.
Yeah. Definitely an interesting spot. I mean, no shortage of airflow there, at least, I guess. There is that.
No, but if you get a rock on the highway, you now are not driving anywhere.
He said it's street driven, so that would be quite.
You just can't go behind anybody. Yeah.
Man. Sorry,
I was
guys, I can't fulfill your dreams on that.
You don't like lifted cars, and we know
lifted
this.
Cars. Plus, this being a Yamhill special, because the Yamhill special is very much like a Sweet Home special, and Sean knows exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe others out there do as well.
I grew up in Alaska. Believe me, things have been hardwired together with baling wire and duct tape.